I saw this post rating the top 10 college football programs of the 2000s. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is Alabama, and as a Georgia fan, I really hate to admit it, but yeah, they belong at number 1. Ever since 2000, Alabama has been unequivocally the greatest college football program in sports. Now, number 2, 3, 4, and 5, that's where things get a little debatable. Since 2000, I will give number 2 to Ohio State, though. They've been dominant the whole time. And Georgia, other than like the 2020s and some parts of the 2010s, they weren't that amazing until, where we're at now in the 2020s, where they're a dominant team and they're top 5 every season. So yeah, I'll give 2 to Ohio State. At a very small distance away at number 3, I'll give to LSU. LSU in 2019 gets bonus points for putting together the greatest college football team of all time in 2019. At number 4, we have Clemson, which I think is correct. Clemson in the 2010s was unbeatable. They were recruiting the best players left and right. Dabo Swinney looked like he was going to keep his job for a century, which now is not looking like the case. But yeah, ever since 2000, Clemson football definitely deserves to be up there. Georgia at number 5, I can respect. Usually I'd advocate for us to be higher, but I'm not really sure I can do that factually. But ever since 2020, Georgia's been the best college football program in the sport, and it's not really close. People forget how good USC was as a program, especially in those 2000s years. Players like Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart headlined some of the greatest teams that college football's ever witnessed. So yeah, I'm okay with them at number 6. Same with OU at 7. Florida at number 8 is very interesting because you can honestly make a case for them to be 7 or 6, especially given the fact that those 2006 through 2008 Gators teams were some of the greatest college football teams we have ever seen. Anytime you have Cam freaking Newton as your backup quarterback, yeah, you are a pretty dang good team. But I can see them at 8. Then Texas at 9, Florida State at 10. Kind of ironic because Florida State's at 10 and they just mauled Alabama in their first game. But getting back to the point, Texas, they had a long time where they just weren't as competitive as they should have been. The Red River Showdown was no longer a showdown. It was the Red River Beatdown because OU was demolishing Texas every year. But I'll give Texas number 9. And then number 10, Florida State. For a while, they were really good. Florida State tends to have periods where they're great and then periods where they kind of plateau a little bit. I think they're a great team this year, though. Let me know what you guys think about these rankings.